Welcome.
I had the opportunity to actually watch Mark in an Australian football league. Is it AFL?
Yeah.
I'll just say AFL.
AFL.
I sound like a moron. I'm like, Australia. Aussie football. Anyway, I watched this game. The first thing I noticed, and you told me it's because the two teams are not very great. But then I was like, wait a minute. So was it Fremont? Was that the other team? Yeah, I sent all these pictures.
So it was Melbourne. Melbourne
So
Demons
many pictures.
from Melbourne. They're like
So
one of
many
the
pictures.
oldest clubs in the AFL. But it was Fremantle. So it was a Melbourne team versus a Western Australian team. So like... No one
that's
from
why you
Perth
said-
is travelling, yeah. So there was a low
Right.
crowd because no one from Perth is going to travel to play Melbourne.
How come you say Melbourne? It sounds like you say it different than Danny. Danny's like Melbourne. Which one's right? Say it right. Say it how you say it. Say it.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Okay, so you're in Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
And the first thing I noticed was the stadium was like ridiculously sparse. Like nobody was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, isn't Melbourne like kind of a big city?
Yeah, it is.
But the team sucks apparently, right?
No, they were just... Melbourne's
kind
on
of
the
a- kind of-
lower
kind
half
of
of
a
the
big city.
ladder. Fremantle...
Oh, they were way down, yeah.
Yeah, and Fremantle a little bit higher. They're in the top 8, I think, just now.
Yeah, I thought they were like 6, weren't they, or something like that?
It was something... I don't look at the ladder. I don't look at teams, so...
Okay.
But basically, Melbourne aren't doing that well. So is it the same in America? If your team's not doing well, the supporters don't go live?
It depends what you're talking about. Like in our football in the NFL,
Yeah, like...
it seems like most of the stadiums are pretty full.
Yeah.
Even if you suck, they're pretty full.
Yeah.
But in hockey, like the Red Wings this year, their team, like my team, their stadium was barely filled ever.
Yeah.
They actually changed the color of the seats in the arena during the year because it looked so empty. All the seats were red because they're the Red Wings.
Yeah.
They changed the color of the seats to black because it made it look less empty.
Brisbane
During
did that.
during the season.
Why didn't they just get like little mannequins and put them in the seat?
Exactly. This is a brand new arena, like in its state of the art. It's like amazing. And the first season they were there, people were like, oh, it just looks empty because there's so much to do in the concourse because there's all these restaurants and different stuff. And I'm like, does it have anything to do with the fact that the team is not good right now? But they kept saying, oh, they're all out in the concourse. They're all at the restaurants and stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not true.
Yeah,
And then the
30,000
second
are just
season-
in the lineup getting a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at a hockey game, probably you're talking more like 20,000 people total in the biggest hockey stadiums.
Oh, okay. See, like the MCG holds just over 100,000 people. So it was a fifth full. There was 20,200 or something.
Okay, so that's not bad, but it looked very empty.
Yeah, it does, and especially when they spread out. So general admission usually sit in the top tier, and then your members all sit in on one side, the members wing, but the broadcast is on that side. So the camera will never pick them up unless it's the reverse
Gotcha.
camera, which doesn't happen.
Gotcha.
And so 20,000 people in a 100,000 stadium will look sparse.
Goodbye.
Hey, welcome back to America vs. Australia. This is episode 3 or 4? 4? 4? 3?
This is
4?
episode 6.
Talking 5. 5.
Six.
6. Episode 6 has just happened. Thank you so much for jumping in, chatting with us. Jump in, write a comment after the fact. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be saying. I am so...
And we'll read it. We'll read it.
We'll read
We'll
it.
read your comments. We might even reply. It depends. If it's just Danny using a different account to leave a message, usually I don't say anything back.
Oh.
What account? What accounts are you talking about?
Oh.
You talking about my accounts, my Swedish account, my Grand Cayman accounts?
Grand Cayman
Yeah.
accounts. Do you
Yeah.
hide money in the Grand Caymans too? I do. I have
I do not.
$3.80
It's under-
hidden over there.
It's under a pillow.